the same time, there is a large state in South where the price increase have happened, and when it happens, then the MRP goes up and it takes some time to readjust this thing. So that will get adjusted in a couple of quarters. Another this thing is Delhi, which is a kind of unstable market still because of obvious reason. And in certain markets like Kerala and all that, we discontinued certain brands because of the lower contribution. But as we say, and Amar can further add, that we expect back the regular growth because we have seen these kind of corrections.
2 to 3.
And I think 3-4% kind of growth in the regular category from in FY25 is the one which we plan for.
So yeah, I think regular category is something that does not concern us so much right now. With softening of raw material prices and packaging prices, we will probably recover volumes also, and the post-election, the election phenomena will get over, say, by the end of Q1.
Yeah.
Right. And about profitability margins, so of course, you're mentioning that, commodity prices are cooling off. You'll also start seeing positive impact of backward integration. So any kind of aspirational EBITDA margin brand, say, towards FY26 that you would like to maintain, whether it is 14-16% or 15-17%, any band on EBITDA margin?
As we have said in our opening remark that from here onward, we should continue to have an improved EBITDA margin quarter after quarter, and in particular from Q2 onward, you will see that trajectory. And I think our aspiration to bring this to mid-teens kind of margin remains, that because of product premiumization, some price increases and all that, we will, and in 2 to 3 years, we will again, because 100 to 125 basis point of increase in FY26 further, so 16 to 17% kind of margin is expected by 26.
That's very helpful. And lastly, any potential price hikes expected post-elections in any of the states?
Not.
We have received price increase in 15 states already.
Last year.
In the recent past last year.
Yeah.
So I think right now it's too early to look for a price increase again.
It's an ongoing process.
It's an ongoing process where we keep talking to the government based on a cost inflation, which the process continues.
Got it. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Are we connected?
Hello.
Yeah. We can take the next question, please.
The next question is from the line of Pratik Patel from Nifty Millennium. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Congratulations for the good numbers. So my question is regarding I was reading about some Indri Indian single malt, and they have sold 1 lakh cases in 2 years. So does it have affected our existing brands like Rampur and all, right? So I want to understand the scenario, whether market is expanding or whether we are losing the market share. Yeah.
Actually, Rampur Indian single malt is absolutely in a different category. It's a super luxury single malt, and compared to the competition, it is priced double. So the price point comparison is not there with any of the Indian single malts. And Rampur itself, as Amar was saying, has shown a phenomenal growth, 138 and 138% in the last year, and it continues to grow because it's on allocation.
Just to add what Abhishek has said, it's also important that more single malts coming into the Indian market is expanding the single malt category as a whole. So which bodes very well for the category in the medium and long term. And then in any case, here the product, the quality, the packaging, everything plays a good part. And we are well positioned to encash on that growing category.
Okay. And I was reading one report regarding this Indian, IMFL, right? The global acceptance is increasing of Indian brands, right? So what is your outlook regarding our brands on our export side or out of India? Yeah.
See, there are two segments in terms of international market for Indian brands. One is the luxury category, which has the Indian single malt, Indian craft gin. Now we've launched the World Malt, Sangam World Malt, as well as soon to be released in the international market, the Indian dark rum. And then there is the RMFL category over there. There is obviously a growing acceptance of the luxury portfolio across the world, and people are looking at new innovative products. And Indian products are now being greatly appreciated not only by the Indian diaspora but even the mainstream consumers. The fact is, go to any fine dining Indian restaurant anywhere in the world, whether it is New York, whether it is London or Dubai, they're so proudly serving and displaying the Indian luxury products, and that's giving a big boost. And mind you, most of the people who go to these fine dining Indian restaurants, apart from the HNIs or the Indian diaspora, are the mainstream consumers as well, which get a taste of the Indian luxury products and helps the retail market as well. So the growing acceptance of Indian products is a very heartening thing across the globe.
Okay. And sir, can you define, if you can share it, like what are the factors that is driving this big change about Indian brands? Is it a quality or maybe the taste or what, you know?
Well, there are a couple of things. One is the overall confidence imagery that of India has improved in the global market. Now, India, the way Indian economy is growing, the way Indians are traveling, the way Indians are spending money as well. So everyone's looking forward to Indians being there. Well, most of the countries are now talking of either a long-term visa or visa-free entry for India, because they all realize how much the Indian travelers are contributing to that. Second is the passion that Indians outside have for products coming from India, because they are now competing with all the world-class brands over there. All this is helping in creating a huge market for Indian beverage alcohol products in the international market.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sorry for that. I would like to make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen who wish to ask question may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Abhishek Agarwal from Nadi Investment. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, in next 3 to 4 years, India market reach a 90 billion market. So what is our capex plan for next 3 to 4 years, or we have enough capacity to take opportunity from this market increase 32 billion to 90 billion?
So as far as capex is done, we have done a large capex, and there is no further capex which is on anvil. At the same time, next 4 to 6 years, I think we will be living with our distillation capacity. We have currently 29 million as our volume, and we can cater to, because outsourcing availability of ENA from other sources for regular category, these are further the leveraging which we can do. So don't see, and there will be a normal capex, maintenance capex and all that, which is a rate of 60 to 70 crores per annum.
Okay, sir. And what is Radico market share in India?
We are around 8% market share. However, our market share, it is across board, but however, where price point, where we are in case of premium segment, it is much more, only those segments, then it will be around 13-14%. But we are not available, and in India, there is a cheap, there is economy. All these are part of the 400 million cases. So we are not present there. So market share on board is 8%, but if we take out only the places where we are, it will be much more.
Okay. And the last, if we do capex of 1 rupee, so what is our asset turnover?
Asset turnover, we don't count that way that the capex of 1 rupee, how much. The most of the capex we did in last 10 years, other than this large capex of Sitapur on Greenfield project, we have done on our branded business. And branded business capex is, doesn't have that 1-on-1 ratio.
Back period.
Yeah. So otherwise at present the company's turnover is 4,000 crore and in gross block is 3,000 crores. So, and there is in this business there is a lot of outsourcing which happens. So outsourcing will leverage us for the volume growth.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shirdesh Pardesi from Centrum Booking. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, good evening and congratulations for good set of number. I have just two questions. Out of 11.3 million cases what we have grown at 20% in FY24, what would be Rampur absolute number and Royal Ranthambore? This would have been excess of 500,000.
As far as Jaisalmer is concerned, we have already said that we are 50% of the whole luxury gin segment. And this gin segment is more than 1 lakh cases kind of things, right? Rampur Indian single malt, we have had 140% growth on this thing. Presently, on top line side, it is 6.5% of the IMFL branded business. As we are growing, we said that I think 10% double digit out of the luxury segment is the aspiration for the 1.5 years.
Sir, I got that. I'm just saying, put together Rampur and Ranthambore would be close to about 500,000 cases of 20 million?
11,500 cases.
We don't share numbers like this, but yeah.
I'm exact number. It would be more than 500,000.
500,000 will take some time. Actually, 500,000 for these. The luxury brand doesn't work like that, frankly. And that too at 8,000 and above level in case of Rampur and 4,000 for craft gin. But definitely our growth is showing us that there is a good growth potential in these brands.
Right.
You want to add?
Yeah, I got that. My second question is out of 11.3 million cases what we have closed in FY24, what is the CSD and what is the international part in this?
So CSD as a overall volume is around 9% and export is around, volume side is 4.5%. In value terms, CSD is around 11.5 to 12% and export 8.5 to 9%.
Okay. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jasdeep Walia from Clockwine Capital. Please go ahead. So sorry to interrupt.
No, your voice is not clear.
Hello, am I audible right now?
You're not audible still, sir. You need to come closer to the mic.
Yeah, I'm close to the mic. Is it better?
Sir, you are still not audible. Request you to please establish a better connection, sir. Then you can get back in queue.
It's better now?
Yes, this is much better, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, what percentage of your sales is the luxury, semi-luxury, and super premium category taken all together?
So, as we have already in our presentation that volume side, the premium category which we start from prestige and above is 49.6% of the overall volume, and value terms it is 73%.
Right, sir, but I'm asking about only three categories, luxury, semi-luxury and super premium altogether. What percentage of sales are these three categories by value?
So we can take it out. This will be in value terms around 12-13%.
Got it. And so how are you placed with respect to capacity for your luxury, semi-luxury and super premium brands like Rampur, Royal Ranthambore, Jaisalmer, Jind? Do you have enough capacities to take care of growth in the next 1 or 2 years?
See, as far as Jaisalmer goes, we have tripled our capacity, so I think capacity won't be an issue. And as far as Royal Ranthambore, also capacity is not an issue for us. Rampur, yes, is on allocation, but we've invested a lot into the maturation, and that's why if you see, we've had a growth of more than 100% in the current year, and we expect in the next 3 years the volume to double from here because we would have sufficient malt to cater.
Got it, sir. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pankaj Kumar from Kotak Securities. Please go ahead.
Yes, thanks for taking my question. Most of the question are answered. Just one question is on the non-IMFL side of your business. So this year we have roughly reported some 1,300 crore sales revenue out of it. So can you give us some outlook for next year? So how do you see that going?
Non-IMFL has a quarterly run rate of around 400 to 415 crores. And next year, with all capacity utilization being utilized for full year, I think 1,600 crores will be this thing, and the ratio of IMFL and non-IMFL branded versus this thing will be 2/3, 1/3.
Okay. And in FY24, what was the margin in this non-IMFL, and how do you see in FY25?
As I said, it is mid single digit margins in non-IMFL.
And next year you're saying 9% sort of margin? No?
Yeah, we expect that to stabilize between 8 to 9%.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask questions, you may please press star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Narendra Porwal, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
सर धन्यवाद सर. सर हमारा रामपुर सिंगल मॉल्ट टर्नओवर में कितना परसेंट है और अभी इस क्वार्टर में हमने कितने करोड़ का सेल्स किया है सर रामपुर सिंगल मॉल्ट?
We can't say about brand specific, but we already answered you on luxury and semi-luxury, which is in the range of 11-12% of our top line from branded business.
सर लेकिन हमारे सेगमेंट में अभी इंद्री ब्रांड ने जिस तरह से सक्सेस किया है और जिस तरह से आगे बढ़ रही है सर, तो हमें नहीं लगता है कि हमें बहुत सारी कंपटीशन आएगी या उस प्राइस रेंज में हमें कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करनी चाहिए सर, क्योंकि इंद्री ने जिस तरह से 1 लाख केस किया और फॉरेन ब्रांड को भी कम्पीट कर रही है सर, और जिस तरह से मास पॉपुलेशन से मैंने ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट भी काफ़ी चेक की है, तो सर हर एक दुकानदार मतलब जहाँ भी जाते हैं तो हर आदमी इंद्री सिंगल मॉल्ट ही मांग रहा है, तो हम उस सेगमेंट में भी अपनी प्राइस रेंज से लॉन्च क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं सर?
So actually company is agile to the market conditions and market behaviors and the consumer demand as and when it is needed by the company, and company is strategized for that.
Sorry, I'll take your question. देखिए किसी भी कैटेगरी में किसी भी कंट्री में there is always a high price segment and there is a mid and low price segment. Malt whiskies are also seeing a similar feature in India. It's an evolving category. As far as luxury segment is concerned, Rampur has taken the lead and will continue to strengthen its portfolio in the times ahead, and we don't see competition coming close to us. One, as far as the lower and mid segments of malt are concerned, we are preparing well for it, and soon in India we are going to introduce our Sangam World Malt, and we are already close to launching it. So yes, to answer your question, we are also gearing up. to meet the requirements of that segment. 1999 pure malt whiskey has already been launched, test marketed in UP. We've got a good response. That will also be spread across 10 states in the next about 6 months.
ठीक है। और सर हम ये सिंगल मॉल्ट का रॉ मटेरियल हम खुद ही बना रहे हैं या मार्केट से कहीं से ले रहे हैं सर?
So single malt cannot be, you cannot buy the material from outside, so it is all produced within house for the single malt.
Produced and matured.
ठीक है सर, धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have one last question from the line of Anurag Jain, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is on the export segment. How has been the performance of the export segment during full year FY24 versus FY23?
See, in terms of export market, our luxury portfolio continues to grow and expand. We had to rationalize in terms of some of the IMFL brands because of the currency issues in couple of African markets. So our focus is not so much on the volume, but it is more on value creation and expanding our luxury portfolio. This year, our focus is going to be more on expanding our luxury portfolio in the travel retail, which is the duty-free channels across the world. And the response from all the customers and operators has been very positive. So we are very positive of continuing with the export growth.
And just to add to that, we have registered a 10% increase in our export sales compared to last year. And the saliency in our entire portfolio for exports has also increased.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
So we will continue to deliver a strong P&A volume growth driven by our diverse brand portfolio, a focused approach in sales and marketing, and consumer-centric thought process, coupled with integrated business model, which allow us to capitalize on opportunities in the Indian alcohol industry. We look forward to interacting with you in our next earning call. In the meanwhile, if you have any queries, please follow up and please feel free to write to us. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Daulat Capital, that concludes this conference. Thank you all for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.